So when Mr. Trump said we can't allow these Muslims, refugees, into America. Now, a lot of people were upset with him, but I know.
Welcome back. This is Eddy. Just watch this video. Louis Farrakhan suggesting that Donald Trump was wise for vetting Muslims. This angle isn't what many expect, especially given the historical tension between Trump and Muslim. Why did he suggest that Trump was wise? Let's have a good discussion at the end of this video.
Mr. Trump, I think, is wise to vet anyone coming from that area into America, because the hatred for America is in the streets now. So if those people are refugees and America feels I gotta let 10,000 of them in because America created the problem. Now, if you let them in and you don't vet them carefully, you might be letting in your own destruction. When we dialogue, we correct misperceptions. That is what makes Trump acceptable to so many white people who feel, damn, I can't be myself now. I can't say what I really feel. I'll pay a political price. So Mr. Trump says, to heck with that. I'll tell you what's on my mind. And that is freeing a lot of people that like what he is doing. So the politicians today, I looked at the many Republicans and Democrats that are trying to win the nomination of their party. And it says to me, you know, it's like I don't want to be vulgar, but it's like you, in any major city, you see women undressed, showing their wares for a John to buy them. And it's like politicians who don't have money but have ideas, and they parade themselves before rich and powerful people to get money apparently for their ideas that the rich agree with. But the moment that they become what they're looking to become, they find that the rich have an agenda for them, that the rich have something to ask of them, like the John asks of the prostitute. And that's one of the things that I admire about Mr. Trump, because he told them all, I don't want your money. And when a politician does not want money from the rich, he's freer than the others to really do good for the masses of the people. And I think that today we are in the midst of the darkest hour in American history. And so if we don't make the right move with the right people at the right time, the America that...
Welcome back. If you have been keen on the political history of America, on the social history of America, and the history of America generally, you'll notice that there's always been a tension between President Trump and Minister Louis Farrakhan. But this time, he says that he admires what Trump has done on vetting of Muslims. So in this video, we're going to answer questions like why Farrakhan may have viewed Trump's Muslim vetting policy as a strategy rather than purely discriminatory. Is this about protection, control, political dominance, or global awareness? We talk about how Louis Farrakhan challenges both black and white America to rethink assumptions, power structures, and moral authority in America. Because this video, many people didn't expect, but it is what it is. So let's get to the video. In a statement that might shock many, Louis Farrakhan claimed that Donald Trump was wise vetting Muslims. At first glance, it seems contradictory. Farrakhan has long been critical of systematic oppression and discrimination, but a closer look reveals the deeper reasoning behind his words. Farrakhan's perspective is rooted in strategic thinking, awareness of global dynamics, and concern for power structures in America and beyond. By vetting Muslims, Farrakhan appears to recognize that Trump's approach was not just a random impulsive. It reflected a calculated effort to protect national interest, identity, potential threats, and manage complex of social and security in America. In other words, Louis Farrakhan is not endorsing fear or prejudice. Is pointing out that Trump was deliberate and methodologically correct. And in his view, Trump demonstrates wisdom in his leadership. On this Louis Farrakhan statement, it underscores a larger point about power and control in society. He often emphasizes that leaders who understand who has influence, who possesses risks, and who can affect social orders are more effective even in their methods, whether controversial or any way they operate in leadership. So from this angle, Trump's vetting policies are seen as a reflection of pragmatic decision making rather than purely ideological actions. These Minister Louis Farrakhan comments challenges both the black and the white America to question their assumption about morality, security, and governance by acknowledging that Trump displayed wisdom in a contentious area. Farrakhan reflects how leadership, foresight, is done in a better way to make a country a better place by just not doing what people require you to do, but doing what is in your mind and you think is a good change for a country. Farrakhan says that Trump's vetting is a lesson, a strategy, and an awareness for understanding the complex interplaying of fear, power, and leadership in the modern America. He's trying to make America a better place by doing what he thinks is right for the country. At this point, the Minister of Louis Farrakhan says that he admires what Trump is doing and he calls him a wise man. I hope you listen to the whole video. As we go on, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much. I know it might be surprising at first, given the historical tensions between Trump's policies and minority communities. However, Farrakhan's perspective is often strategic, analytical, and rooted in understanding power dynamics rather than moral judgment. And when Farrakhan says that Trump is wise, he is highlighting Trump's calculated approach to leadership. Vetting Muslims, in Farrakhan's words, was not an arbitrary decision. It was a deliberate move aimed at protecting national security and asserting control and managing complex realities of America. Leadership through Trump might be viewed as bad, but on this, Louis Farrakhan insists that Trump made the right decision. If you're a fan of Louis Farrakhan and you have listened for him for a number of years, you'll notice that he views leadership through a lens of power, influence, and societal control. He often emphasizes that true wisdom and leadership involves knowing who holds influence, who can destabilize society, and how to navigate potential threats. In this context, Trump's actions were not about endorsing fear or discrimination, as he said. He says they were about methodological, calculated decision making, which he recognizes as a sign of strategic betterment of America. Because by doing all that, he's trying to explain that he made this to protect America, to ensure that there's security in America, and to avoid external threats for the American people. On this, Farrakhan's comments serve a broader critique of America's leadership and social systems. By acknowledging that Trump was wise in this controversial area, Farrakhan challenges the public to look beyond conventional morality and see the mechanics of strategy, security, and governance. He encourages reflection on how leaders balance national security and political power, and also societal perception, even when their actions are polarizing. Farrakhan's statement is not an endorsement of Trump's policies in moral terms. It is an observation about Trump's ability to make calculated decisions, anticipate consequences, and act with strategic intent, even in highly contentious areas. For Farrakhan's wisdom is measured not by popularity or moral approval alone, but by understanding, foresight, and effectiveness in navigating the complex realities of power. And on this, it says that Trump did extremely the right thing. Okay, if you see previously on some of his videos, you find that he has been telling Trump on the areas he's wrong. He has also been telling other presidents on the areas they are wrong. But on this, he's at least complimenting him. He's telling him he did right. Remember, Louis Farrakhan has always been fighting for the unity of every black person in America. And he's saying, by saying this, it doesn't mean that he doesn't want unity. He's just saying that Trump did right for protection of America. Let's have a quick discussion about this. Okay, I know you're a fan of either Trump or Louis Farrakhan, or my fan. Do you think the decision, all the comments by Minister Louis Farrakhan are really good for the country? Do you think he's doing this for protection, for fear, or threat? Or do you think he's doing this for the betterness of the people of America? Do you think President Trump vetting Muslims coming in the country is doing the right thing? Do you think he should just allow them because Louis Farrakhan is a minister and a leader of the Muslim? Yes, Louis Farrakhan is a minister of the Muslim, but he says that they should be vetted. On my view, I think Trump did what's right. And the comments by Louis Farrakhan, I think they are really right. So, please leave your comment down there. Do you think whatever Louis Farrakhan commented is right? And if it's right, please give a short explanation there. And do you think Trump is taking the country in the right direction? Because on the next video, we're going to discuss on the areas where Trump is changing the country and on the areas where many people are complaining about what's really happening in the country. Recently, we saw a video of President Trump saying that the Somalis, in quotes, is a garbage. They don't bring anything country. They should go back. Do you think on that statement he was right? Because Somalis are Muslims. Most of them are Muslims. Actually, all of them are Muslims. Do you think he was still attacking the Muslims or he was attacking the Somalis only? Just please leave your comment down there. So make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe on this YouTube channel kindly. And also make sure you share to this video so that it can reach as many people as possible to leave their comments down there about all this. And we shall meet on the next video.